Hey YouTube, it's Kay.Mariee for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who do know, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a story time of how I found out I was 15 and pregnant by one of my closest friends. So subscribe and comment down below if you want to have more story times, more vlogs, more makeup tutorials, me doing makeup, more get ready with me. You already know how it is, so let's get right into this video. Where do I start? Okay, a little catch-up information right now. I will be 18 this December on 18th. My son, I had a son, he turns, you guys can hear her, sorry. Okay, anyways, my son is going to be 1 this Sunday, coming up on July 18th. I had him last year. Okay, so now for the actual story time. So I met his father in 2018. I think it was April 2018 is when I met his father through one of my friends. And then the summer came and I got a boyfriend. I didn't think he was cute anyways, but I met him through that. So then the summer came, like all of us started being friends during the summer. I got a boyfriend and he got a girlfriend with one of my friends. It's a different friend than who introduced us. I know, terrible, but that's something else. So they were going out for I don't know how long, but I was going out with my boyfriend for about a year and a half almost before we broke up. Okay, so that was 2018. 2019 is when I actually got pregnant. So in January 2019, I lost my grandma. She passed away. That was very hard for me and my mom and my family pretty much, because it was so unexpected. Like, we literally just talked to her a couple of days, like 2 days before, and then 2 days later we got the call that she was gone. And so sad, but with my baby's father, I wasn't really that close to him yet. So I thought my grandma is when we started becoming closer, because he would always check up on me, see how I'm doing. We would go to movies together. We would all go to the movies together, and not always. We would go to the movies together, and we'll FaceTime each other regularly. And plus, we went to the Boys and Girls Club, so we saw each other there. And we did not go to the same school. We was not in the same grade. We did not go to the same school. We was not in the same grade. He was a year older than me. But we went to the Boys and Girls Club, so this where we met and everything. So the whole year passed, and we was doing that with each other. That's how we got closer together. Then me and my boyfriend had broke up between the end of September and the beginning of October. And at the end of October, the beginning of November is when I got pregnant. So we had broke up, and I was sad about it. And so I would talk to my baby's father about it. And one time, I just went over to his house, because I'm not gonna lie, I was also bad that year that my grandma passed away. I started skipping school. I didn't really care for school anymore at that point, to be honest, because my oldest two sisters had graduated already, and I was the only one left, and she came to their graduation, and she is not going to be at mine. Sorry, she was in my eye. So I just really didn't care about school anymore. I didn't care about my future or anything. I was just over it. So I started skipping school. I didn't go to the Boys and Girls Club like that. And yeah, so I was skipping the Boys and Girls Club all that summer. I was skipping school from the start of school to the time I got pregnant, and even a little bit after I got pregnant, I was still skipping school. But yeah. Oreo. sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I started skipping school, and then I skipped even after I was pregnant. So yeah, so I went to his house one of the days I skipped, and you know, we had sex. We used a condom, but the condom broke, and I really didn't think much of it. I was just like, okay, whatever. And same with him. Like, I knew about the day morning after pill, but I didn't know where to get it, and I hear it's very expensive too. So I ain't got no money, and I don't. So, anyways, so I got pregnant around that time, and then I kind of found out. I want to say kind of found out because I didn't have my period for November. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. Like, I need to get a pregnancy test. I didn't have any money to get a pregnancy test, and I didn't want my mom to know. So we went to Walgreens one time, and I stole 2 pregnancy tests. Yeah, I stole 2 pregnancy tests. And then I got home. I took one of them, but it came up negative. So I was like, okay, I'm not pregnant. Okay, cool. I ain't pregnant, but I guess it was still too early. So then December comes around, and I take another pregnancy test around December 6th. And I think it was December 6th exactly. I took the pregnancy test, and it came back positive. I was so scared, y'all. Y'all understand? I was really freaking out. I'm like, I can't have a baby. I'm finna turn 16 because my birthday was that December. That 18th of December. I was finna turn 16. I can't be pregnant. And then my mom started getting calls about me not being in school. So that also scared me because my mom is crazy. She's crazy. So that scared me. Anyways, so then I told my friend that I was pregnant, and he was okay about it, to be honest. The next day I skipped school again, and I went to his house, and we kind of talked about it. It was just like a small talk, like, okay, well, you're pregnant, what are we gonna do? I thought about getting an abortion or putting me up for adoption. But if I get an abortion, I don't believe in abortions, one. So it was like a thought, but not really like a heavy thought. And I also did it once to my mom when I was pregnant. I didn't care, to be honest. I really didn't. I was like, oh well, whatever. Everybody got a different path. You know, they go down. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so then I thought of adoption, and that gave me more time to tell my mom that I was pregnant, so I was down for adoption, and that's where we left it. And then the end of December is when I got my period. So I'm like, okay, well, I got my period, so I must be having a miscarriage or something. Or I just know I was pregnant and it came up weird, because that does not really happen to people who get pregnant. Like, I know it can happen, but it doesn't really happen. It's rare. But not rare, but it's just not very common. I guess rare, whatever. So I got my period in December. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not pregnant no more. So then January go by. I looked the same. I was skinny, to be honest. Like, how I am now is not how I was. I'll show you a picture. Like, I was skinny. And so January go by, and don't really see a change in my body. Not really. Like, I also started to eat more, I guess that was a sign that, oh, you might be pregnant still. Like, I started to be more hungry, but that's it. Like, I wasn't tired, I wasn't anything. But January went past, nothing. February came, and I got a little bit bigger, but I thought it was because I was just eating a lot, you know. So then January came, and I went to the Boys and Girls Club one time. I was sitting with my friends. It was 3 of them. And I was joking around with them. I was like, guys, I think I'm pregnant. And they was like, for real? And I was like, no, I'm kidding. But I actually was pregnant. And then March came, and we started quarantining. And a lot of people in quarantine, they eat a lot more because you're at home. So you get fatter. So March came, and we had to take a trip to California so we can see where we're going to move and everything. But that's before quarantine. And so I took like a few pictures in California, and I was like, okay, I have a belly. I'll show you guys the pictures. And I was like, alright, I have a belly, so I might be pregnant still. So I kind of just brushed it off my shoulder until the end of March is when I felt a first kick. So the end of March, the beginning of April, I felt him starting to kick. So I was like, oh, I'm pregnant, like there ain't no way. So I took another pregnancy test, and it came out positive. Yeah, I didn't tell anyone still. I don't tell any of my family members at all. And yep, I was pregnant. I started feeling kicks. I was so terrified, but the adoption like was still on my mind. And then April go by, May go by, and June gets here. June, I went to go visit my dad because I don't live with my dad. I live with my mom and my sister. So I went to go visit my dad, and he saw this change in my body, obviously. My mom saw it too, but I kept telling her, nope, I ain't pregnant. Nope, I'm not pregnant. But my dad, he took me to the doctor and was like, I don't know, stupid pregnancy brain or something. I don't know, they told me to pee in a cup. They told me to pee in a cup, and I peed in the cup, but I really didn't have to pee. So I peed a little bit in the cup, and I was like, I'm not gonna take this. So I put water with it. I was like, here you guys go, pee, because it was like really not that much pee. It was like so little. I had to put water in to make it look like I peed. So anyways, so I gave it to them, and then they did like a pregnancy test, I guess, like that, and they was like, oh, you're pregnant. And I'm like, in my head I was like, yeah, I know I'm pregnant, but no one else knew. So I had to play it off like, what? I'm pregnant? Like, whoa, I am not pregnant. That's not, what? That can't be. I'm a virgin. They didn't know I was sexually active either. But that was my first time being sexually active, so like, who gets pregnant? I know one person who got pregnant on their first time being sexually active, and then now me, so 2. Anyways, that kind of made me mad that I got pregnant the first time, but it's okay. It's okay. But anyways, so they found out I was pregnant, and I still didn't want to tell my mom. Like, I got in the car with my dad, and I was like, you're telling my mom, because I am not telling her. You can tell her. I'm not telling her. So, I'm sorry, it's like, stop flying in my face. I don't think I could see it, but. So, a week passed. I was still with my dad, and then we told my mom. At first, she didn't believe me. And she was mad, obviously, because who wouldn't be mad? She was mad. And then a couple days later, she called me back, and everything was like, alright. She was like, hey, so what do you want to do? Now, I told her I was going to keep debating. But a couple days before that, I told my dad and my stepmom that I don't want to keep the baby. Like, I'm young. I want the baby to go up for adoption. And I talked it over with his dad, and he was like, that's fine. Like, we can put the baby up for adoption if that's what you want to do. So I was like, yeah, so I learned it. So we were set on adoption. But then my dad and my stepmom were so convincing of me to keep the baby. They were like, once you hold your baby, you know, we were not going to want to give the baby away, which was true. I didn't want to share my baby with nobody. Nobody! But now I do, because he's kind of crazy. And sometimes I need a break. I only can do so much. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm thirsty. All this talking. Dad decided to keep the baby. And so I had to tell his father again that I'm going to keep the baby. And he was fine with that too. No. He was actually happy. What was I at? Oh, so then I told his father that I was going to keep the baby, and he was like, that's fine too. So then, yeah, I came home, and I did a pregnancy photo shoot, and then a couple days later, I was in the freaking hospital, because they induced me, which was not fun. If you guys want to hear the freaking labor story time, let me know, because I was mad. I was mad. And I was in so much pain until I got the epidural. It was fine. It was fine. No, it wasn't. Anyways, yeah, so now he's gonna be 1. Yay. His birthday's next week. We're doing his party this Saturday. You guys already seen him in my other video, but we're gonna do a more in-depth, in-depth video. I can't say it. Am I saying it wrong? And whatever. Of him. I know what I'm trying to say. Of me. Of him and me. Whatever. I can't think. So, yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will try to answer you guys' comments.